If tomorrow all the things were gone I worked for all my life, I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my God above for living here today. The flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died and gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Hi, I'm Allison Salinas. Welcome to Citizen Watch, where voice matters, as always. So, wow, I have a couple announcements. So I went to Lake County and went to the Gubernational Forum with all the governors. So that was nice. It was a great event. Lots of people. Governor Kristi Noem was there, and she was an amazing speaker. So for those who got to attend that event, you know how amazing she was. I really picked up on several things she said, and one thing she said was pretty much that she didn't care what side of the fence you're on, to pretty much get over yourself and have conversations. So that was pretty inspiring. So tonight we're going to do a Q&A. I have a couple things coming in, so I need to figure this out. So give me a second. I'll give everybody a chance to jump on. So Q&A is, as you know, I'm running for U.S. Senate, and someone said I don't have cable. You don't need cable. Go to my page. So I've got to get some people on, and what we're going to do is I'm going to open up the comment sections. And okay, I've got mine open. It's also open on my Citizen Watch Facebook page, so feel free to put your questions there. I've got my campaign manager watching that page, so we make sure we get all the questions. I'm also going to turn on my page and make sure that this is public, because we had that problem last time. And it's not for some reason. Okay, now it is. So, okay, we are public on my page. Anybody can see it. There we go. Okay, so I'm yours for the next 30 minutes. I'm going to see if I can, okay, we are public on my page. Anybody can see it. Okay, sorry guys, I'm trying to, okay, I've got my comments open on my Facebook page so I can see your comments. I've got comments up here open, and my Citizen Watch. So we're going to talk about several things tonight, guys. We're going to talk about CRT. We're going to talk about mandatory vaccination for people with public aid, stuff like that. So a couple of things are going on. Some people are concerned about them going door to door to make you vaccinate. We're going to, talk about a little about that throughout questions and concerns. So if you're either on my page, I'm going to kind of switch back and forth. I've got to watch my Facebook, so I'm paying attention to you guys, but I want to make sure I get all the questions. So if anybody has any questions for me as a candidate for United States Senate, please ask. Now is your chance. I do these from time to time. I try to do them at least maybe twice a month. In the middle of all that, we have guests, and next week or the week after, I'm not sure yet. I have to confirm a couple of people. We are going to have another roundtable. We haven't had those in a while. So, okay, first question. Allison, I really believe in you. Thank you. What can one person do to turn things around? Well, the first thing you can do to turn things around is stand up and have a voice and be proactive with what you do. So part of turning around things in Illinois, no matter what it is being vocal in, for a candidate's standpoint anyway, from my standpoint, is you have to be vocal with the people. You have to listen and understand what they're saying and what their needs are. one of the biggest problems, and I've said this from the beginning, guys, is people don't think they have a voice anymore, and they don't think they're being heard. So, and that's very scary when the very people that vote for you, that pay taxes, aren't being heard. They start to give up. Hence, a lot of people are leaving Illinois, and people are just, why should I vote? I've gotten that several times. I've gotten, well, why should I vote this time around when 2020 was such a bomb? I get it. I do. All of us that are very strong Republicans were very upset with the way 2020 happened. And they're very worried that the voter fraud will continue. And that's a real, problem. So Connie had asked that. So Connie, I really believe to turn things around, again, you have to be very vocal, you have to be proactive, and you have to be willing to put your foot forward, and you have to be able to do the work. And one of the biggest things is you can't ever forget where your roots came from. You can't ever forget where you came from. You can't sell yourself out or sell yourself short. So I hope that answers you. And let's see. Okay, so I'm getting my Facebook ones on here. So if you're on my Citizen Watch page, I've got my chief of staff filtering through there, or you can go to my personal Facebook page, which is Allison L. Salinas on Facebook, and pop a question up there. So let's talk a little bit. You're welcome, Connie. I hope I answered your question. So let's talk a little bit about CRT. That's becoming a curse word to a lot of people. Critical race theory is very dangerous, guys. It is very detrimental to our children's mental stability and their well-being. It makes them feel like they're less than somebody else. And it puts the parents in a position to where they don't have a lot of say of what's being taught in the classroom. So that's very dangerous. We can definitely, okay, good. Comments are coming through. I wanted to make sure, because I know one time, sorry, I'll get back to what I was saying. I know one time comments weren't coming through at all, so I think we fixed that. So again, CRT is very dangerous. It's very hurtful to the young ones. So another question, why are Illinois teachers 80% liberals who push CRT? A lot of, I can't speak for every teacher. I do know teachers that aren't. So it's sad that teachers feel like they have to follow that ruling. Although I'm pretty sure, I'm almost positive, I don't want to bank my answer on this, but I'm pretty sure their jobs are at stake if they don't. They have to teach a curriculum that the government provide, or the teacher union, they get together and everybody creates a curriculum and they hand it to the teachers and say, this is what you'll teach. So to answer your question, Bruce, why are Illinois teachers 80% liberals who push CRT? I don't know if the 80% is correct, but I will double check on that and get back with you for facts to make sure we have the percentages right. But to answer your question, I really believe that they push the CRT because either they really believe in it or they're doing it to save their jobs. And that's very sad. Connie, I know you said, unfortunately, since nothing was done about voter fraud, it will continue. We're all working on that. Everybody, I have many, many friends that are running in 2022. We're looking to turn that around. We're looking to get out more precinct committeemen and people at the polls. So one of the biggest things is get out to the polls, donate some time, be a election judge, do what you can to help stop voter fraud. I know several instances, and I know this isn't all of it, but several instances, I saw comments about, well, if there wasn't enough Republicans there, so a Democrat stepped in as a Republican just for the body. That's part of the problem, guys. We have to be foot soldiers. We have to be on the ground at all times, or it's not going to change, and it's not going to matter. So we, as candidates for 2022, are fighting super hard to keep everything straight and narrow. It's hard, especially in Chicago. Gotta love Chicagoland with voter fraud. So Kim Foxx and Lightfoot, in between them and Pritzker, it's a mess. So we've got some good governor candidates running. We've got some decent U.S. Senate people running, of course, myself included. We've got a lot of local people running that are true Republicans and really are sick of all this. So that's that. So we'll wait kind of for more questions. I'm trying to see. I don't know if it's going to pop up on Citizen Watch. I'm not sure. I do know since I'm getting these on here, I am going to switch over. Let me see if I can do this real quick, guys. In the meantime, I'll continue to let people jump on, ask any questions. I'm trying to find this one post. I saw it a minute ago, and I probably won't be able to find it. Anyway, it talks about mandating vaccines for public aid. So I want to know, okay, hold on, Bruce, I'll get to you 1 second. I want to know what y'all think about that. What do you think about mandating the vaccine for people on public aid? What's your opinion? Comment on my show. Tell me what you think. If you have any questions, concerns, you name it, ask. Now's the chance. So Bruce said, why can't they update the voter registers more often? They need to. My guess would be laziness, and they don't want to. I think the voter registers need to be more proactive, more active in what they do. I know when I went to vote, they did ask for my ID, but they barely glanced at it and said, okay. So I don't even think they stared at it long enough to make sure I was from Illinois. It's very scary. And of course I did reinforce that. I said, do you need a second form of ID? What do you need? So I really think that showing your ID and possibly a second form wouldn't be too bad when it comes to voting. If our voting stations are not secure and there is election fraud to be allowed, then again, we're always going to have problems. So that's a major problem. So a couple of things. I always try to. Okay, so Chris said Darren Bailey is going to be in Springfield tomorrow at 12:30 at the Pizza Ranch. That's cool. So I don't know where Pizza Ranch. I don't know. Oh, in Springfield, I guess. I'm sorry. So if any of you Darren Bailey fans want to go out to Pizza Ranch in Springfield, go for it and go meet him and see what he's about. So Connie says, in a way, they are getting taxpayer money, but it's against the Constitution. Yes, a lot of what they do is against the Constitution and against our rights as Americans. And it's got to stop, guys. People like Dick Durbin, Tammy Duckworth, Kim Fox, Lori Lightfoot, Pritzker, all of them. We got to get them out. We have to get them out. We have to put people that really care about the state in there, because if we don't, we aren't going to succeed the way we can. And I stressed this before, and I'll stress it again. I'm not originally from here, guys. I'm from Texas. So I've been here going on 8 years now. So I'm able to see kind of an objective view on Illinois, and I can see all the good stuff under the mud and the muck. I was at church Sunday getting baptized, and I was speaking to a friend of mine, Jim Culver, and he said, when you get that list of what's great in Illinois, send it to me, let me know. So I was like, oh, come on. There's a lot of amazing people in Illinois, and I've met a lot of amazing people. I've met people from all sides of the aisle as far as their political beliefs. Not everybody's bad, guys. You just gotta kind of use your judgment. Try to have as many conversations as you can. Set up a side, whether you're a Republican, independent, libertarian, or Democrat, and try to find out where they're from and what they're about. So, if you can, it doesn't always work. So some people are very closed-minded and they don't want to listen or have a conversation. And in that case, there's really nothing you can do at that point. You just have to stick with your beliefs and stick where your heart goes and run with that. So, it really is unfortunate that that's what this has come to. Growing up, I remember that, growing up, I remember a world where we didn't, we could leave our door unlocked, and we came home when the street lights were on. We rode bikes to our friend's house. It was the American way, so to speak. Constitutional conservative. Nice, Connie. I like that. You have to figure out a way to get back to that. you have to figure out a way to get back to the American roots. And people like myself running for U.S. Senate, people, I have a couple of friends running for governor. I haven't quite made up my mind yet. It's a tug and pull, especially after that forum in Lake County. But there are good candidates out there. There really are. And they really want what's best. And you have to weed out the ones that don't, and the ones that have a hidden agenda versus the ones that don't have a hidden agenda. So that's really important, guys. So I'm going to talk a little bit about our police. And I know there were several bills passed a while back ago that everybody was kind of up in arms about, including myself. And then the George Floyd trial happened, and Derek went down for 22 and a half years for what he did. So there's a lot of back and forth, people asking me where I stand. Guys, I stand for the police. I really do. The good ones. And there's bad in everybody, but there's more good than bad when it comes to police. And those guys are there to protect us. So we need to support them no matter what. We need to tell them that we're grateful that they're trying to do their job. The state of Illinois is making it very hard for them to do their job, and that's very sad. Let's see. Connie said, I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but they say 2/3 of the state population can see Willis Tower on a clear day. I have heard that, actually. Seems like they do until they get to the swamp. Yeah. When Trump talked about draining the swamp, I don't think a lot of people understood what he meant by that. When he talked about draining the swamp, he talked about draining the swamp, guys. And that reached outside of Illinois, outside of the U.S. It reached into other countries that were diminishing the U.S. and hurting us by doing things the Democratic bureaucracy way. So the Democratic way. So we have to, I know a lot of us want Trump back. I know that we know that he got cheated out of a presidency. I know that we hope one day he'll come back. I really don't know any facts. I've heard kind of left and right different things. I tend not to post anything about that because I do not have the facts. And I'm not going to get y'all in an uproar over rumors here and there, or whatever, without actual proof. So it's one of those we'll wait and see with what happens. I know there's rumors he's going to run in 2024. I don't think he's publicly come out and said it yet. At least I haven't seen it. So I know he's mentioned it. I know he's kind of hinted at it, but I don't think he's made it official. So we'll have to see where that goes. Now, as far as Illinois goes, what do you guys think about diminishing unions? I'd kind of like your feedback on that. So I want to know what you feel and how you feel about that. And while you're thinking about that, I have another question. Do you agree with the governor on an Illinois exit tax for people who move out of Illinois? When did he do that? Okay, that's new. Let's see. I think I heard something. An exit tax for people who move out of Illinois. So he's, wow. I think it's your right to move out if you want to. It's your right to do whatever you want. So I don't know that I would agree with that. I definitely need to look into that more, but I don't like a lot of what Governor Pritzker does or says, if not 99.9% of what he says. I think he is a fear-mongering bully who puts his thumb on the people of Illinois. And I know for a fact that, I know they've talked about it, but I don't think it's actually in effect. The exit tax for people who move out of Illinois. It's ironic because Pritzker's the one that's pushing people out of Illinois. So maybe he should stop being a fear-mongering, Hitler-based person and start being a governor. That'd be great. But, that I don't know if that's going to happen. I do know that he said that he was up for re-election, and he was moving forward with being reelected. I'm not sure that the people of Illinois want him anymore. So we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping there's a lot of people, including Governor Kristi Noem out of South Dakota, at the Lake County Republican Spring Gala that I just attended. She personally said she was going to help Illinois get rid of Pritzker. She said she's had several meetings with him, and he's something else. And she knows he's not good for Illinois. So whatever Kristi Noem can do to get somebody else in his seat that is worthy of representing the state, that'd be great. Again, personally, I have not made my choice yet. I thought I had, but I'm kind of looking around, seeing, what everybody's about. Connie, the only way he will be reelected is through fraudulent voting. That's a fact. That's why, Connie, it's so important that everybody gets their friends together and gets their family together and go be an election judge. Go help at the polls. Go do what you can to physically be out there. So Bruce said, remember how long the Democrats said Trump cheated in 2016 election for more than 3 years? Oh, I remember. Guys, look, here's the fact that I know. They hated Trump because he actually wanted to do something. When someone hates you as much as they hate Trump, you're doing something right. You're creating waves and you're doing something right. And they're jealous of the fact that you're doing it and they didn't. Either they didn't think about it or they didn't do it. With my Senate race a couple months ago, it's kind of levied out now, but for right now anyway, but I got slammed left and right. Rumor after rumor after rumor after rumor. And someone told me, a very good friend of mine that's actually running against Adam Kinzinger, said they go after you because you're doing something right. So to the people that put their feet forward, to the people that really give their whole heart to the state and the people of the state. When I meet people, when I do my meet and greets, and I have 2 coming up, guys. So when I do my meet and greets, I have one thing to say. I don't forget where I came from. I don't forget where I stand. So with that being said, they can't buy me, guys. They can't. I have to sleep at night and I have to answer to you guys. I've said it before, I'll say it again. And I'm going to continue to say it. I really, truly believe that the best thing for this state is people, regular people, everyday people that know what it's like to struggle, that knows what it's like to, whether they buy a gallon of milk or a loaf of bread, that has relatable issues that can relate to the people. And personally, I stand for you guys, and I always will. I'll never call myself a politician. I hate that word. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Even after elected, I'm Allison. On my business card, there's my cell phone number. People can always get a hold of me. So someone said they were talking about sales in the Chicago area, but it has not come to the legislature yet. Oh, okay, I guess this was the feed from, let's see, for the exit tax or okay. So, okay, yeah, they are. There's a lot of things they're talking about doing. And so another thing I want to bring up is unemployment that I know of. Republicans need more poll watchers during elections. Absolutely. That's what I just stressed. Poll watchers, election judges, anything you can do to get your body out there, get your eyes out there and watch. And don't let anything slide by you. Say, hey, wait a minute, that's not right. Voice up. Your voice matters, guys. It really does. So, another thing I want to talk about is I want to know what you guys think about this. I want to know what you guys think about Adam Kinzinger. I know that nobody likes him, but here's what I want you to think about. There are 2 top runners running against him, and I kind of want your opinion. There's James Martyr and Jack Lombardi. I know there's more, but those are the 2 top runners that I'm looking at. I personally thrown my support behind Jack Lombardi, but I'm good friends with James Martyr, so if he wins too, that's great too. I worry about James he's a really nice guy, and I don't know, but Jack Lombardi, he's a fighter. He is actually on Newsmax tonight, guys. So go look him up, give him a like. But I want to know where you think. I want to know why you think Adam Kinzinger turned on Trump. I want to know why you think. What race? It's a 16th district, I believe. I might be wrong. It's Adam Kinzinger's race. It would be Jack Lombardi and Jim Smarter. Let's see. But I want to know what you think about Adam Kinzinger and why he turned so violently the way he did. And what do you think makes someone do that, other than being a rhino, obviously? But where does that stem from? Where does that come from? So someone said, isn't Democrats believing Trump cheated in 2016 as ignorant as GOP believing Biden cheated in 2020? That's an interesting question. Okay, so let me get this right. Isn't Dems believing Trump cheated in 2016 as ignorant as GOP believing Biden cheated in 2020? Well, here's what I do know. I watched that recount. I watched that TV until 2 a.m. I did not take my eyes off of it until they went to break, and I used that as a bathroom break. Other than that, I was glued to it. I saw firsthand on my television, live as they were counting votes, I saw Trump ahead, and then all of a sudden, the insurrection happened, and then Trump lost. I personally believe that I think they were scared. I think Nancy Pelosi was terrified. I think she knew that if Trump stayed in, he would do exactly what he said he was going to do, which was drain the swamp. There's definitely proof in Georgia, Arizona, and other states. There's proof there, guys. It's there. It's black and white, bold as can be proof. Let's see. Someone said, to gain points with the Democrats. So that was my Kinzinger question. Someone said money and to gain points with the Democrats. Funny that Adam Kinzinger is now backed by Nancy Pelosi, which she has been. And she put Adam Kinzinger on the list of people for the January 6th informational. She put Adam Kinzinger on that team on purpose, guys. She knew that Adam was against Trump. She knew that he would comply. And Kinzinger's a puppet. So it's pretty obvious. You know, when Kinzinger went against his own family, his family was disgraced by him. His family, I think one of his cousins wrote him a letter, and his answer was, I don't care what my family thinks. To not care about your family, to not care about God, to not care about what's right is not American. It's more than just being a Republican, a Democrat, independent, or libertarian. It is about being an American. That is simply what it's about. And that's just my take anyway. I'd love to hear your take other than what people have commented. I don't know that we have any comments on Citizen Watch. I'm not getting any. If you do have a comment, I'm trying to make sure that I get everybody. Let's see. I think, I don't know. Hold on one second, guys. Dinner's in the crock pot. Okay. Okay, so anyway, sorry about that, guys. I had to tell my kid where dinner was. If there's any more questions about my Senate run, what you expect out of me, what my beliefs are, I'm pretty straightforward. I am pro Second Amendment. I am pro Constitution. I am pro-police, definitely. I know there's been some question about that, but okay. Oh, okay. Chris is on this Facebook Citizen Watch page. That's good. So I'm getting all the comments. That's awesome. We have struggled with that for quite a while and finally got it, I believe. Awesome. So, and I'm getting the Facebook ones off mine. So we've got them, guys. Awesome. So I will keep my word. I know that's important to you guys. I really do. And that's one of the reasons that I made 2 promises going into this campaign back in January when I filed. I filed in January 2021. I was the first one to file to run for United States Senate. I was told either be the first or the last, and I was the first. I've campaigned. I did a bunch of Back the Blues. I stood behind my town, my county, and other counties, and I started. So my first 2 promises, and I've kept them. I have kept my word. Was that I would uphold integrity and justice, and that I would answer every question. There's been times when I am on my phone for 5 hours straight with one person because he has that many questions and or wants to have that much of a discussion. Does it take up a lot of my time? Of course. But giving up my time for someone who is a tax-paying citizen that just wants the best for their state and their family, I don't mind at all. I have 3 daughters, a son, and a grandson, and 1 grandson on the way to answer to. My youngest daughter, she is fierce. She is straightforward, and I love her to death. But she would be the first one knocking on my door in Washington, D.C. if I screw up. She personally told me she was taking pictures of all the potholes once I got elected. So she's not too happy about these roads, guys. So someone said every Democratic state changed voting rules because of COVID-19 to help only the Democrats. Why aren't they going back to the way it was before COVID-19? Because Democrats run the systems there. That's why. We need to get true Republicans in those seats. Guys, you have to go to the polls to vote them out. I know you think it doesn't matter, but we as candidates of 2022 are going to show you how much it matters. We are out there every day as much as we can. I do lives every week, and I'll do more Q&As if you guys want them. I have, in 2 weeks, I have a roundtable coming up. It's going to be very interesting. I've got a couple surprise guests, that I have to still verify, but I'm pretty sure they're on board. So let's see. Why do you think they're coming up with the variant? Because I think personally they know we're sick of COVID-19 rules and regulations. We're sick of the masks. We're sick of the mandates. This could have be handled way better. From the beginning, Pritzker, a couple of my kids, actually 3 out of 4, got COVID. And so COVID is real, but at the same time, the numbers are questionable. And I've always said that. I've never said COVID wasn't real. But what I did say was, it got to a point where it should have been a choice. The state shouldn't have been shut down. He could have said, okay, masked up for this amount of time, and we'll see where we stand at that time. Be careful. Try to stay 6 feet apart, but continue on with your lives. I know Governor Kristi Noem talked about this, and this is real important, guys. Do you know South Dakota never shut down? When Trump offered the extra money and whatnot for South Dakota, she declined it. She said, thank you, Mr. President. I appreciate you thinking about us, but you know what? We're going to be just fine. You know why? Because she didn't shut down her state, and she told her people, we are going to work together to make this work. And they did. Without shutting down, without any repercussions like we've had, none of it. So it is possible. He handled it the wrong way. He took control when he shouldn't have, and he put his thumb on us, and he's proud of that. I'm going to tell you right now, guys, Pritzker does not care about the state of Illinois. He said that way back in the day ago. His end goal is to run for president of the United States. So don't be surprised if Pritzker comes up running for president. Do not be surprised, and God help us all, because now there's 50 states we have to convince he's a complete moron. So let's see. I'm trying to read this. Flesh mandate over time from the original strain. Oh, yeah. So the new variant, I know my parent, okay. I know that the variant is a 98.8 or 9 success rate, I think. So I'm not worried about it. I'm not masking up again. And I think that they're coming up with a variant because I think Pritzker's got a lot to worry about with us standing up together. And I'm going to end with this, guys. And if you have any more questions, feel free to message me. I'm here. But so I know this is a little cliche, but I always stand by this. Have you guys ever seen the Christmas movie, The Grinch Who Stole Christmas? Okay, at the end of the movie, the Grinch takes away all their presents, and all the little kids don't have presents. They wake up, nothing's there. They go out, and they're around this giant tree, and they're holding hands, and they're coming together because they're happy that they just have them. So if you replace the presents theoretically with our freedoms, and what Pritzker is trying to do with us keeping our children masked, that's a big thing. A bunch of the school boards are coming together on that. So let's replace the presents with that. Let's all come together, stand up as God's children, stand together and realize we're all on the same team. At least all of us are. Everybody that is a true American, a true Republican, needs to stand up and be helpful. They need to be a good neighbor. They need to be a good servant to God. My whole campaign is run through God. I don't do anything without praying to him first. He leads my campaign. He runs it. If we did that, we'd go a lot further. So guys, I'm going to end with that. I don't believe there's any more questions. Again, if they are, catch me on the flip side of the comments. I will make sure you get them or email me. Also, I want to talk about, it's not 1 week, in 2 weeks. So not next Monday, but the next Monday after that, we're going to have a roundtable. And what I'm looking for, I'm going to call them out right now, is I need a representative. I need someone that stands for these candidates. It can be someone who's volunteering. It can be a campaign manager. It can be whoever they want. But I am looking for governor, volunteers, or campaign people. What I would like to do is, okay, they're coming through. Okay, what I would like to do real quick, in 2 weeks, I want to do a roundtable. I need someone who represents Darren Bailey. I need someone who represents Paul Schimpf. I need someone who represents Max Solomon. I need someone who represents Gary Rabine. I need 4 people. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about what each governor has to bring to the table, why you should elect him. Why should he be your choice? So if you're interested, hit me up on Facebook. Also, if you're interested in helping my campaign, volunteering, donating, subscribing, whatever, go to www.salinas4, like the number 4, USSenate.org, and see about my views, see where I stand. Most of you that have been following me know exactly where I stand on every single issue. But if you don't, there's your chance. So I hope this was informative. I hope I answered every question. If I didn't, please get with me. I believe I did. But I want to keep my campaign promises. So I want to make sure I answer everything. So I love you guys. Have a safe night. And God bless. See you next week.